Hello there. Recently I picked up my Hahnemühle 100% cotton sketchbook again for some gouache portrait practices. You can see some of this in my previous video. And I had so much gouache left over that I wanted to try and rescue the watercolor painting on the right side here. To be honest, I cringe a bit whenever I look at this page. The way that this turned out and how my watercolors look on this paper has really put me off working with watercolors in this journal again. So far I like using this paper with gouache but not with watercolors. Part of that is certainly also a skill issue because I made some mistakes during the painting process. And I already made an attempt to paint gouache over her eyebrow. I've used gouache in a few spots before to fix paintings or mistakes, but this was my first time deciding to completely paint over something using gouache. Other things that I wanted to fix are her eyes, because her eyelids and her eyelashes are kind of merging into each other, and improve the skin tones, the midtones and shadows, because I feel like her face is lacking a lot of definition. Back when I painted this, I also outlined her features a bit with a glass dip pen, and those lines just turned out way too harsh. So with all of this in mind, I started out working on her skin and just improving the shadows and midtone areas. And I tried to unify the colors that I used for the shadows. I also lightened up her eyelids a bit so that they are more clearly separated from the rest of her eyes. And I think having more shadows or stronger shadows in general also helped to make the contrast with these dark outlines from the glass dip pen appear less harsh. But I really don't know why I put those in back then, because I never use outlines and I really hated how they looked. Now this repainting isn't a complete repainting. I didn't paint completely new eyes, I just tried to improve or modify what was already there. But I feel like I still learned something from this nonetheless. It's still looking like a hot mess at this point in the video, but it's going to look a bit better soon. It's still not my greatest work by far, but I also don't want to limit myself to only sharing everything that turned out utterly perfect on social media. This would give the wrong impression, and it would also perpetuate the pressure that many artists feel that they can only share everything that's utterly perfect. At the very least, this painting is now at a point where I no longer cringe when I open this page in my sketchbook. This painting still suffers from my usual problem of making the eyes a bit too big. And to be honest, the likeness, if I look at the reference picture, is just not that good. So after I was done with this, I decided to try this painting a second time on another page. Here is the before and after, and I hope you can see a slight improvement. I feel like I killed two birds with one stone with this one. I used up the leftover gouache from my previous paintings, and I was able to improve this painting. Now the likeness is not too good. The shape of her head is a bit different, and it certainly didn't help that I accidentally lost her left ear when I painted her hair. But you will see me repaint this one in an upcoming video, and it went much better. I hope I will see you again for that next video, and in the meantime I'd love to hear if you've painted over one of your artworks using gouache or acrylics. Thanks for watching and see you then. Bye!